Hello. So I wanted to give you a few hints on how to do the homework, or part of the homework that's due for Chapter 2. So there's two problems due, 2-1, C, D, and E, and you're going to do that in Word and just upload the answers in Blackboard. Then the other one I want you to work is 2-7. It's on page 50, and I want you to work it in Excel and upload it in Blackboard. So I've got the problem open here and I've got my Excel here, so I want to give you just a few pointers so you know what I expect. So I expect it, of course, to be in Excel and uploaded into Blackboard. I expect you to use formulas where they're appropriate, and you're going to have to add in some totals columns. Basically it's just taking the numbers to give you in the book and making them look like the City of Salem government-wide statement of net position, like on page 29. So basically I want you to set up page 29 in Excel, fill in the numbers from the problem, right, on page 50, right, and do your totals, right? Now in your problem, you don't have these component units, so you don't have to worry about this last column, and you'll be given all the numbers for these two columns, and you'll have to do a totals column. And in the net position, they give you, the restricted, so you can, in the total, so you can calculate the unrestricted. That's a plug. Alright, so you're going to have to do a few calculations like this totals column and things like that, but I'll just kind of get you started. So I'm just going to type a few of these. I'm just going to start with my first column and type some of the titles. I'm not going to do the whole thing for you, but show you what I mean. So I'd expect you to maybe, I don't know, I'd say come down a few spaces, leave room for the title. I'm going to do assets, and the first asset is cash and cash equivalents. Alright, and this, you'll see this column here doesn't quite have room for all of that. So what I do to make my columns fit whatever goes in it, whether it's numbers or letters, come up here to the top and double click, and it opens the column as wide, and it's going to fit whatever goes in there that way. So that way, if you do that for all your columns, you won't get that weird little hashtags where numbers belong. It means your column's not wide enough. So if your numbers turn into pound signs, it just means, open your column a little wider. Alright, so we've done that, and then we'll go investments, and I'm not going to do more, but I would expect you guys to come all the way down as far as it takes, all the way down, all of these, and then we're going to have finally net position, net investment in capital assets, and so on. So all the way down, restricted, unrestricted, and total net position. Alright, so there's the last line. Alright, so you're going to, because you would fill in all of those. Alright, I'd expect you to have the right columns. So I'm just going to pick up, you can put in this heading yourself, but governmental activities is the first column. Next column, business type activities. And then the next column, so anyway, just making these wide enough, and making this one wide enough, and then this one's, I'm going to skip a column, just making it look nice maybe. Primary government, so here's your total. Alright, so if you want to make it look exactly like the illustration and put in bolds and things, that's great. Give you a little practice using your Excel. I think that'd be great. So I need to be here. So right, so asset, it's not in assets, I need to be in cash and cash equivalents. So let me come to my problem. So cash and cash equivalents for governmental activities is 3,850,000. 350,000, right? And that doesn't look very attractive, so I'm going to format these cells, and I want it to be currency and with no decimal places, and there we go. Okay, so now that looks a little better. So I've formatted all those cells, so as I go down to, what's the next one? Investments. And again, governmental. So I'm picking up governmental. Well, we don't have that, but we do have some receivables. So I'm just going to type over investments. We don't have any of those, but we do have receivables, right? And so you don't really type all of these. I guess you're just going to type only the ones they have, which they don't really have that many. Receivables, governmental activities, 650. All right, and of course it's going to get, so business type activities. Cash and cash equivalents, 880. And, oh, I need to make this column to be dollars too. Current format, currency, no decimal points. And if you didn't really want to put a dollar sign after everything, like, you could take that off. But anyway, so I put that in, and clearly my primary government, let me spread that guy. Okay, this is my total. Now they don't tell you the totals and the problem. They're expecting you to understand, as I go across, this cell and this cell equal that cell. So this is a place where I'd expect you to have a formula. So I'm just going to put equal this cell plus this cell and hit enter. And honestly, for all of these, all the way down here until you get down to there, they're all going to really be the same. So I think I'll just grab this and drag it down some. So see that 4,730,000? That's the total of this plus this, right? And then this receivables was 650 for governmental and for business receivables. Just picking it up from here. Business receivables is 1,330,000, right? And so you can drag formulas. See how I make this little cursor turn to a little black plus sign there? And I just hold it down, drag it, and now it's taken that formula there and equated it to this. And anytime I enter a number in any of these, it's going to add it up. So I got all that. Of course, you're going to do that same thing all the way till you get down here. So use these numbers. Fill them in as appropriate on this spreadsheet that you're working on. Upload it into Blackboard, and I will be super happy to give you points for that homework. Good luck.